So, freshly delivered to the shed, this Ducati Desert Sled. We've been trying to find a bike big enough for Gareth to ride around on because his legs are too long. And this has finally turned up. Gee, what's your first impressions?
Well, Ducati and Scrambler are like my two favorite things about bikes. So when they said they were going to make a Scrambler, I was really excited, but the first one didn't feel like a Scrambler to me, but now with the Desert Sled...
It probably felt like a Tonka toy to you as well.
Yeah, it was tiny.
Yeah.
But the Desert Sled finally feels like they've made what they said they were going to do years ago and made a Ducati Scrambler. And having ridden it for a weekend, 500 miles in a weekend on all sorts of different terrain, I love it. It ticks all the boxes of the things you want it to be able to do, road miles, off-road miles, and as a bigger guy, the proportions of it are fantastic. The seat height is, I think it's 8 centimeters taller than the standard one, which is a huge chunk. And all of the changes they've made to the frame and everything, it's a grown-up bike.
I mean, I took this out on the launch.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to ride it in the desert in Spain. And we had to follow this guy around who apparently had done the Dakar a whole bunch of times, and I should have known who he was, but I didn't. And certainly they weren't scared of taking us into little dried out riverbeds and gullies, and we did some proper sort of dirt bikey, scrambly type stuff on it. And it worked. I mean, it's been beefed up a lot, hasn't it? I mean, do you want to point out some of the areas where this bike's been given the full-on man treatment?
So the biggest difference, the standard bike, the frame sort of ends here, and the swing arm mounts off the back of the engine. But now you've got the frame extends all the way down here. So this whole section is new purpose for the Desert Sled. And the swing arm mounts off the frame as opposed to the back of the engine. And it's all beefed up. The swing arm's longer. The forks have got, I think, a full 5 centimeters more travel than the standard version. So it's kind of just been beefed up and made fit for purpose, really. And the purpose being you can take it wherever you want to go.
Do you know what I also love, though? One quick glance, and it looks like an XT500, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Gold rims, the tank, the kind of the colouring of the side panels.
It properly says it's an off-road bike. I mean, my garage, I've got a Cagiva Grand Canyon and a Honda Dominator, so off-road adventure bikes are my thing, and this kind of feels like it's got the best of both worlds. You've got the power of the big twin. It's a bit heavier than the standard Scrambler, as you'd expect with all the extra metal and size, but it's you can still chuck it around. It's incredibly thin and narrow. It feels like you're on a dirt bike. And when you're riding down a country lane and you see a sort of dirty, muddy bit and you think, oh, can I give that a go? You absolutely can. The bike's capabilities are far beyond my own, so I can go play silly buggers in the mud with it.
So you did a bit of green laning on it, and saw you doing a few skids.
Yeah, it was what turned off the ABS. There's a bunch of complicated button combinations which can turn off the ABS. And then, yeah, you can stand on the pegs. For me, I'd need the bars a little taller, but you can properly stand on the pegs and go for it off-road. I mean, I'm no Dakar hero, but you could go for it, and it gave you confidence, and the off-road confidence it gives you reflects onto the road, so you can really chuck it around. And it's got a 19-inch front, whereas the old ones had 17-inch wheels. So you've kind of got a bit more height to get over all the obstacles from the wheel. We just pushed it straight down the steps into here. Didn't need a
nice.
ramp.
No ramp required. That's always a good sign.
And you've got a bash plate under there. You've got an alloy bash plate.
You've probably got a better choice of rubber as well with that rim combination if you're looking for knobbly tyres.
Yeah, you can go proper knobbly with it. But these were custom made by Pirelli. Yeah, Pirelli for the bike. So these were made for the sled.
They certainly work well. I mean, we took the sleds out on the tarmac and we rode them on the motorway to get to bits of desert. And actually, at no point did I think, I'm on a dodgy off-road bike, this won't go quick on the motorway. I mean, it was really good.
That's the thing about it. You kind of go, it can do everything. It can get you to where you're going, and then proportion-wise.
Well, it fits you. I mean, how tall are you?
I'm 6'4", and I'm all legs. So it's kind of, that's me stood up on it, and
yeah, it fits.
Yeah,
which is always a good start, isn't it? So if we had this for a bit longer than another couple of weeks, what else would you do?
Oh,
that's the big question.
The pipe, it needs a high pipe. It's a Scrambler, and also my foot has a bit of an interface here with the pipe. So SC Project do a lovely high pipe, so I'd pop that on, and also it could do with a bit more noise, so you get that as well. There's quite a lot of plastic. There's lots of coverings sort of around the radiator here and around the headstock, and I'd be quite up for losing some of that. And also on the engine, you've got quite a few sort of you can tell the designers have got carried away with the crayons, and there's lots of details that I'd kind of want to strip it back a bit and make it more of a sort of.
Yeah, you just want to simplify it.
Yeah,
just
simplify it. Just
see how much you can take off.
That's just
and
my
leave in a
taste
big
on it.
box in the attic that can
Yeah.
follow you around when you move house for the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And just see how much weight you can take off it.
And also
they do nice tail tidies, and they do termi pipes for this. There's a few bits in the catalogue that are worth looking at.
And the Scrambler Cafe Racer that they do has a really cool side panel that's like an oval number board, a lot like the old XT. Be interesting to see if you could fit those to it and then get the seat with a slightly flatter line with the oval number board. And I'd probably also put a square off-road headlight on it, really up the off-road credentials in the visual. But it doesn't need much. It looks great straight out the back.
So you're happy?
Yeah, enjoyed it a lot.
So as it is, it works, but
yeah.
if it was a keeper, full of promise.
Yeah, you could have a lot of fun tinkering with things on it.